Okay, could we have someone to pray for us as we get started? Anybody?
Okay, let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this time and the opportunity you have given us that we go through the study software of Accordance. We pray, Lord, that you be with your manservant, even as he's going to lead us through this orientation. We pray also for our friends who are unable to join due to circumstances, that they're able to catch up at the end of it all. Bless us abundantly, and we ask you for your presence in the whole process. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor Jato. So what I'll do is first, I'm just going to start with a basic concept of Bible softwares, and then I did this thing in 2020, and some of you might not have attended that particular presentation which I made, but at that time we said that, any research endeavor that a person has, whether you are preparing for a sermon or be it teaching, a Bible study, it is going to require some resources. And these kinds of resources that one can quickly think of might include things like encyclopedias, Bible dictionaries. Let me get some highlighter. Okay, just spotlight. All right, might require some. Might require some Bible dictionaries, commentaries, lexicons, grammars, cross references, study Bibles, preaching materials, theological stuff, especially if you're interested in doctrines, things to do with history, anything to do with some background, some translator notes. Some of us may not know that some of those Bible translators, they also share some translator notes that they were taking into account as they were doing their translation of the Bible from the original language to the English or any other language. So some of them, they share some translator notes, which are very helpful when you are doing your research. Biblical studies, practical writings, just writings, graphic tools, which may be things like maps, all right? Anything, some graphs and so forth. Apparatus, I'm sure that since all of us have been to seminary, we are aware that there is an apparatus for these should I say the critical editions, whether it's for Greek or for Hebrew, at the bottom of the page, which we call the critical apparatus, which shows us the variant readings, devotionals, journals, and other books, all right? So any modern theologian who is worth his or her salt must invest in such resources if they are to be relevant to the discipline. So physical books, again, are obviously good. Many of you have a lot of physical books. You have large libraries. This is the old and trusted way of doing research. However, the softwares have their own advantages. PDF books are also good, but they are not very helpful in finding information quickly. The process of getting through a ton of them can be cumbersome. For example, I have a very huge library, maybe even close to 80 GB of just physical books, but I don't even remember the last time I tried to open one because you have to open one, and then some of them are not even properly calibrated. You have to literally, have to find a way of getting the information that you may want. So you take time, right? You spend a lot of time. And then some of them, like I said here, they are not properly calibrated. Some of them don't even have page numbers, so that if you want to make a reference, you have no idea what the page number is. Others have missing information when you compare them to some printed editions. Many PDFs also have copyright issues. You can imagine that if it was your life's work, you yourself, you write and produce a book, and then people are freely sharing it without your permission, it is also an ethical theft of intellectual property, all right? For example, you know that I wrote a small book on Joseph, only to find that someone stumbles upon a soft copy. They convert it to PDF and they share freely with everyone without getting permission from the author or from the publisher and so forth. So that's how most of those PDFs are. They are actually stolen. Yes, we do have some odd titles which might be in the public domain, but the majority are copyright violated, and some strict professors do not entertain research based on material that is used unlawfully. I remember even in the current program where I am, one of our professors, he did not, you have to say where you got that particular book. Okay, now we do have some digital libraries. Okay, digital libraries which are like digital repository or digital collection. This is something that is online based, a database that is online for digital objects that can include maybe text, still images, audio, video, digital documents, or other digital media formats. All right, that's according to Wikipedia, that particular definition for a digital library. So many universities subscribe to such platforms where faculty and students can access thousands of journal articles and other types of information. All right, Rusangi University also provides access to online databases for theological research, such as EBSCOhost and JSTOR. Okay, now, some of you that are here are students with AUA and perhaps even other institutions. We know that AUA also subscribes to a number of these online databases. So those are called digital libraries. Okay. Now, here is our point of interest. Bible software applications. There are basically two categories. This is how I decided to classify them. There are more powerful purchased ones, okay? However, in that category, there are some of them which have become extinct. They are out of circulation. In other words, the company is closed down. BibleX, some of you may even have BibleX, but BibleX ended on version 10. And then we also had another one. It was called WordSearch. It closed. Now, this last month means in October, could be October or September 2020, because this is when I prepared this handout. So these two are extinct, BibleX and WordSearch. Extant, meaning those which are existing. We have Accordance Bible software owned by Oaktree. This one started in 1994, all right? And then we also have Logos Bible software, which is owned by Faith Life. This one started in 1992. Now, there's a slight distinction at the moment between Logos and Accordance. I have both of them, and some of you also might have Logos as well. There's a slight distinction, but that slight distinction is going to be eliminated before the end of this year. And I'll tell you why. Accordance Bible software, currently we are on version 13. The one that you received, the one that I also have, is version 13, Accordance 13. But before the end of this year, the Accordance is going to release a new version, which is called Accordance 14. Now that upgrade, for you to get that upgrade, it means that you need to pay for it, okay? You have to pay for that particular upgrade. In fact, for me, when I got this accordance, it was on accordance 12. For me to get to accordance 13, I had to pay to upgrade to accordance 13. But you guys, since this is when you have bought the package, so you have been given accordance 13, which is the current one. Should you wish to upgrade to the new version, then you will need to pay for the upgrade. And currently they are running a promotion. I'll show you that when we go to the website. So we do have two types. Now, one of them, Logos, it has been, you can access Logos in two ways. There is an application, like you download an application and you have access to it offline. And then also you can also access Logos online. You can go to their website with your username and password, you sign in, and you are also able to access that Logos software online according to the package that you subscribe to or the package that you paid for. So you can have that particular access on any computer in the world as long as it's connected to internet. You simply go to logos.com, enter your username and your password, and the software will come that you can use it online. Accordance have never had that one. The only way that one could access Accordance is by downloading the application and having it on your device, all right? But they are now saying that when they release Accordance 13, you will also have access to it online. It will also be web-based. So as long as you have a username and a password, you have an account, you can log in, and then you can also get access to it. So it will be on the cloud as well. So that's the distinction which was there, where I said Logos is also web-based, but Accordance will also be web-based before the end of this year when Accordance 14 comes out. Then there are also some free softwares there if you are interested. Well, some of them you may have to pay to get a better, slightly better version, but these are online. They may not necessarily have what do you call it? They may not necessarily have an application, but Eastward, I think, do. Anyway, I just put them there up to you, for you. All right. Now, you can read some of that particular information. Well, I was trying to put some distinctions between Accordance and Logos. That is not important in the meantime because we have Accordance. All right. So what I want to do now is to share, unless there's a question, but otherwise I would like to share the Accordance software and just begin to work with you there. And the question or point of clarification, what I have said. Hello.
I have a question, Pastor.
Yes, Fernando.
Yes, my question is, since we have Accordance installed in our gadgets, and you have mentioned that there are some free softwares available, having Accordance, is there a need for us to make use of these free softwares out there? Or once we have Accordance, that's all?
I think for me, once you have Accordance like this, and especially as you begin to use it and begin to maximize it, you will see that you don't need anything else. The package that you have is pretty okay for you to get somewhere, because those free softwares, they really don't have very good resources for you to go to. So I just put them there for people to know that we do have, and maybe they could even be more because that's not all there is. So yeah. Any other question?
Yes, good evening, Pastor.
Yes, good evening. Is that Fernando again or is someone else?
No, I'm Self.
All right, yes,
We
sir.
are together.
Okay.
Yes, I would love to thank you for the program. But now I would love to ask a question. Is it am I able to add an PDF book on accordance?
Yes, you can. I hope I remember how to do that. Just remind me when I do the presentation in accordance. You can add some PDF, but sometimes it doesn't come out very well. But I'll show you. I think I did add some PDF myself in the accordance that I'm using. And I hope I remember how that is done, but we will check it out.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
Okay, good. All right, so let me share this accordance so that we get started with it. Now it's not open here, so let me try to make sure that it's up and running. I hope that we downloaded the software. Okay, I hope you are able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Pastor.
All right, good. Now, the laptop that I am using is MacBook. It's an Apple laptop. The way the accordance is looking here is different in some aspects with the one on Windows. Okay, I do have also installed it in my Windows laptop, which I have with me here. For example, on the menu up here where my cursor is, okay, let me put this highlight spotlight. Okay, up here, I don't know if you are able to see that. Let me try to expand that. Are you able to see the menu up there where it says accordance, file, edit, search, display?
No.
Okay, so that one doesn't come because I think it's not captured in the thing, but you're only able to see like new tab, library, these ones, huh?
Yes.
Okay, but you can't see file, edit, search, display, selection, amplify.
No.
Okay, so there are some menu items on top there, you know, and in Windows, in the version for Windows, there is an additional one which is utilities. Utilities as a menu thing. Okay. As a menu thing. So that's the only distinction, because some of the things they may be sitting in a little place different from where the accordance version, I mean the Mac version is. So those who have MacBooks, it will look exactly like this. Those who have Windows, there might be some slight variations. Maybe like the Windows one, you see here on the Mac, we close minimize on the left side, but in Windows, it will be on the right side. These people, they are always putting things in the opposite direction. Okay. Now, what is important to know as a beginning point is that once you have downloaded your software and you have logged in, signed in into your account, then you have downloaded the materials, you are going to have something which is like this. Now, I have deliberately put it blank so that we start from the beginning, okay? The first thing to know is that there are two things. You have access to the application, all right? The application, in this case, we are talking about accordance. After that, you need to install the library. or the resources, the materials into that shell. The shell is the package, the application, the software. The library that you have depends on what you have paid for. In our case, we paid for the developing countries super bundle. And we had shared a list, I think it was about 7 pages of what that super bundle includes. Then we have 2 types there. We have 2 types there, whereby we have texts. The library is organized in 2 sections. That's what I needed to say. The library is organized in 2 sections. There are texts and there are tools. The texts are the primary books, so to say, the primary books, the primary texts that have got primary information. For example, the Bibles will be in the category of texts. Maybe the apostolic writings of the church fathers will also be in the text. Then anything else that helps to understand the Bible will be categorized under the tools. So that's where you have things like dictionaries, encyclopedias, commentaries, study Bibles, and so forth. All right. So those are the 2 ways in which a library is organized. Okay. So how do I see what is in my library? Depending on how things have sat, you will see this where my cursor is. You will have an icon that says library here. And these icons, you can even add to this list of icons. As you get familiar with the software, you can even remove, you can even add some icons or shortcuts that you like in this menu. I'll say menu bar right here, or taskbar, whichever, not sure. So if I clicked there, then you see that my library has opened. Okay, my library has opened. Up here, I have the recently opened things that I have recently opened. They will come up here because when you have recently opened things, then maybe you might want to just get back to that thing which you had recently opened. So that's why they list up there. But otherwise, the categories that I'm talking about are here. So the first one will be the texts. So here, this is where we have the Bible versions, and they can be in different languages as well. As long as it's a primary text, it will be right here. I may want to expand that first. Let me close that. So, and here, these are not the only 5 versions that I have. So if I click on more, then you see that I have got more Bible versions. Now, in your case, you may not have this number of Bible versions because you only have what we had in that package. Even myself, when I started, that's all I had. But with time, I have been adding a bit. And so I have obviously slightly more than what you have. See, these are the Bibles that I have, not just Bibles, but also some primary texts, other primary texts. So, for example, so every time that I'm looking for a Bible version and I want to open to see, this is where you come to in your library, okay? NIV, and there are those who have the Portuguese. We have some of our friends here from Angola and they are using Portuguese. Let me try to expand this. So there is also a Portuguese version. I'm sure there is also German. There is Spanish. There is Italian. This is the Portuguese one. João Ferreira de Almeida Atualizada. That's the Portuguese one. I don't know if I read it well.
You're powerful, though.
You are powerful, though.
So there's Spanish, There's Italian, there's French, Louis II. Okay, Louis II. Yeah, it's not pronounced as in French. The consonant at the end of the word is not pronounced. So this is Louis II. Okay, so I did a bit of French. So that's that. Then you have the German one, is a Luther translation for 1912 and so forth. So you have, actually here, even me, I can still add different types of versions of the Bible. You just buy, and how you buy, I'll show you. I will go to the website, then I'll show you how to add, okay? There are some that I added here. So I also have, what do you call, Septuagint. I'm not sure, I need to check if this is something that you also have. Apostolic Fathers by Lightfoot. This is a primary text because it's the Apostolic Fathers. Okay, there we are. So we have LXX, that's another Septuagint one translation. Okay, then within here also, you should have a Greek New Testament. Okay, there's a demo. But the demo is found in the free version. Now that you have bought, you should have this one, NA, Nestle Aland 28th edition, Greek New Testament. I am hoping also that you have the Hebrew one for the Old Testament. If you are not sure here, you can just type out there what you are looking for, Hebrew. Okay, this is the Hebrew Bible. Now by the way, you can also zero in here. On this icon on the right side here, if you select, then say, I just want text. See? So it just limits it to the text. So this is the Hebrew thing I want to check. No, that's not how it works. Let me see here on the search. Search module name text. Okay, yeah. So it now just search on the text, Hebrew. All right. Let's see. How come nothing is coming up? Even though I restricted to Hebrew, but I do have a Hebrew version. Maybe it's just my eyes which are deceiving me. I do have a Hebrew Bible here. Where is that Hebrew Bible? Sometimes these things disappear when you want to bring them up. Where is the Hebrew Biblia Americana? Hebraica. I'm trying to look for that Hebrew thing. I do have the Hebrew Bible here, but I don't know why I can't find it. Okay, we'll see it when I show you some other things. So now let me revert this so that it can show everything. All right. Actually, it's right here. You see, it was among my recently opened things. This is the Hebrew Bible. Hebrew Bible, Biblia Hebraica, tagged edition. So the versions that we have here, the new Nestle Aland 28th edition and this particular Hebrew Bible, they are tagged editions. What do we mean when we say it's, here it is actually, now I can see it. Hebrew Bible, this one. I should think that you also have this one, together with the Nestle Aland 28. This is the Greek, okay? Both of these are tagged. It means that each and every word has been passed in terms of what part of speech it is. If it's a verb, what person, the voice, the mood, the person, number, everything. That information has been given. So when you just put your cursor over a word, then it will give you the details in terms of what that particular word is. So that's a tagged edition. Then there are some versions which are not tagged. It means that they don't have that information, the past information with them in the text. So it's just an ordinary text. And you will see that difference when I bring them in parallel here. The difference between a tagged edition and an edition which is not tagged. An edition which is not tagged does not have that particular information. All right. So those are the texts that I have with me. I have the New American Standard Bible, Jewish Publication Society, and so forth. All right. And you can keep adding to those particular versions. All right. So from the text, you move to what are called tools. All right. And these tools, you do have some folders for the different types of tools that exist in accordance. Here we have dictionaries, we have commentaries, we have Greek lexicons, we have Hebrew lexicons, we have grammars, anything to do with visual is here. Devotionals are there, cross references are there, study Bibles are there, practical books are there, preaching books are there if I have any, theological books are there, the systematic theologians, you know, on our platform, this is where you come. Writings are there, if anything, history is there, biblical studies are there, apparatus, those things I was talking about for the Hebrew or for the Greek or any other, you know, languages. As long as there's an apparatus there, and as long as you have it, it will be there. Greek studies, Semitic studies, translator notes. Remember when we started, I was talking about translator notes. You can find them there. Other books, journals, and parallels. Then we do have, under the tools, we do have background. I suppose that you have access to this thing, the atlas, which is an interactive atlas in accordance, and also a timeline. All right. Then the question that, what's his name, Selfie asked about whether you can bring in a PDF. You can actually bring in a PDF, but the usability of it will just depend on whether it will sit in well. Accordance has got that provision. So here you have some stuff here where it says my stuff. So you have got stuff here, which is like your tools, your notes. You can take notes, maybe against each verse. When you are studying, you write some notes so that you don't forget that point or that impression which has come to you. You write it. Let's say I was looking at John 1 verse 14, and on that text, I want to write a note there so that I don't forget it. Those notes will be kept. And you also have what are called stacks and papers. These other things, we'll learn about them as you are going. And then you also have workspaces. I'll talk about workspaces. And my groups, you can actually group certain things together that you want, bookmarks, all right? So here under my tools is where you can bring in some PDFs, all right? For example, I put some PDF here, I think, where was that? I put in some PDF. Yeah, some of these are PDFs. Where was that which I put as a PDF? Was it Desire of Ages or what? I'm trying to remember because some of these were, so maybe, yeah, like these Prophets and Kings, it will be a PDF by Ellen White, and you are able to add it in your accordance, all right? Acts of the Apostles must have been a PDF. I don't remember, but however, some of them, they don't look too good. Maybe it's the way the PDF is, and when it comes here, you find that it's not suitable. So it doesn't look good. So you just have to, you may just have to remove it. But you can add things to your tools. All right. Now, how do I open a particular? Okay, so here, then let me.
Pastor, just a moment.
Feel free to ask if it's not clear, because maybe we may miss out something. Yes,
You haven't demonstrated how you can add there. Where do you click?
It has been long since I did that. Now, let
Okay.
me see if I go up here. Are you able to see
Then
where my cursor is?
just try to move it. We can't see where it is.
Okay.
Try to move it a bit.
Are you able to see up here on top on the menu?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see where it says user tools? It's on my right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, because I'm not sure what part of the screen is shared. Anyway, let me go here.
Now it's visible.
Now it's visible. Oh, but it doesn't. Okay. So let me also see if I can do something else, because these things are available elsewhere. User tools, user files. Okay, you see here. Under file, Okay, under file, because you are not seeing file, but if you click on file, then you come to user files. There will be new paper, new stack, new user 2. Then it says import user 2. I should think it's under import user 2. Yeah. Do you see this? Hello?
Yes.
Pastor, we're seeing it.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you go to file, then there is, okay, let me go to that again. You go to file, then user files, then you come to import user 2. When you click on import user 2, there will be a dialog box that will open. What do you want to import? Is it a PDF, or if I click there, something else, a hyper text, whatever, you know, those pages from the website, a plain text or TLG, whatever that is. So if you have a PDF, then that PDF. Then what do you want? Create a new user 2, or create a new user 2. So like these ones you see. I think that I imported them. A Prophet Among You by Jameson. You know that particular book that we use for Ellen White. Then it will ask you, I think, once you click on OK, let me see. Warning, if the imported text has a copyright, then distribution of this text or is by enemies could be a violation. All right. Then when you click on it, then now it leads you to open your computer. Then you go to where that PDF is. So let me, for example, I'll just go to my desktop and see if I have any PDF on my desktop. Do I? Yeah, I do have this. I do have a Rusangu receipt, which is a PDF. There it is. Or a memo on convocation. And I recently written a memo on convocation. Then I open it, and then it will ask me to name it. What file name do I want for that particular PDF? So I'll say convocation memo. Then I say OK. Then it has imported it into Accordance. So here it is. This was a memo that I wrote to all faculty and staff on 9th August about convocation. This memo serves to remind you that the what. So it's now in Accordance. Okay, it's now in Accordance, that memo. How do I find it? I come back this side on my tools, down this way, under my tools. Okay, when I expand that, you see that there is convocation. Where is maybe it's at the bottom. Yeah, it's right here, convocation memo. So once I click it, then it opens. That's how you import a PDF into accordance. Okay, I am glad I remembered how that is done. Okay, any other questions?
Pastor, thank you so much. I really appreciate that this particular
All right, no problem.
I'm very glad.
Yeah, you can import, but you see the formatting changes a little bit. Sometimes it's not as you had it in the other thing, but you say some of them, they are pretty good. There it is. Okay, so on the tools, then you can collapse individually these particular, how can I put it? These particular classifications so that you can see what you have in those tools. I want to see the dictionaries that I have. So when I click on that, then now I can see the Bible dictionaries that I have. These are the ones that I have. You have most of these. Of course, for me, I have bought maybe a few over the years. I've been having accordance from 2019. So I have done some investments into it. So you may find that maybe my list is slightly longer than yours. Okay. So those are the dictionaries that I have. I collapse that. Then I go to the commentaries. Okay. These are the commentaries that I have. Obviously, I have more than you have because I have been buying commentaries over the years. From 2019, when I started using Accordance, I have invested a lot of money. One of the commentaries, actually the most expensive one which I have invested in is this very one here, Word Biblical Commentary for both the New Testament and the Old Testament. Some of you, especially the gentlemen from AUA, you might be aware of this particular commentary because AUA, we have the whole set in the library there. I bought this particular commentary. It was about, these commentaries are expensive, but I bought them for about $400 because it was a once in a lifetime discount which they gave. I'll show you how to buy the things from Accordance because they do promotions every month. You know, they have some promotions. So sometimes that's when I buy. Not only that, you also need to know that since you belong to what they call developing countries, you are entitled to 25% discount. So if there is a book, a resource that you want to purchase on Accordance, you can put it in your cart like you want to buy, and then you write to them to say, I want to buy this particular thing, but kindly apply the 25% discount on it for developing countries. Then they will apply that discount because they know that you are in Zambia, you are in Africa, you are in Angola, you are a developing country. So Accordance, they give a 25% for people from developing countries. Then after that, that's when you go ahead, you check out with the reduced amount for 25%, and then you purchase. Okay, so I have been buying these particular commentaries over the years, you know. So my list will obviously be longer than the one that you have, but you do have as well most of that. Now, some of them may appear as if it's one, but they're actually more. Like this one is 9 volumes. This one, it's 13 volumes. That one, 25 volumes. That one, 36 volumes. This other one, 33 volumes. New American Commentary, the whole set, 42 volumes. Okay, these I have bought. They are not part of that package that we have. All right, and some of these others also I have bought, including the Andrews. Some of you know that Andrews recently, what did they do? They recently produced a commentary on the Old Testament and the New Testament. There are 2 books. I recently bought both of them. Both of them cost about $130. So when you ask for the developing countries discount, you buy it for about $97 for both. So I bought these two. All right. And then you have other things in here. Yeah. Some of these, they are part of the package that you have. So these are the commentaries. There's a lot. There are more commentaries, plenty of them that are still available on Accordance. Then we go Greek lexicons. You might have some of these, but definitely you don't have this one, because I bought this one myself, the BDAG. Many of you know that we have the Bauer Danker, lexicon. And this other one I also bought, as well as this, the New American Standard, what I bought this. So the ones you have could be these others, all right? So these are the only Greek lexicons I have. By the way, the best Greek lexicon is this one. So when you have money at some point, you might, and you are interested in Greek, you New Testament people, you will definitely need that one, but that is not cheap. That one also has a what do you call it? A compatriot, a partner. In the Old Testament is this one, the Halot. Sometimes on Accordance, they sell them as a bundle, two of them, the BDAG and Halot. If you are in the Old Testament, like Chazingwa, you will need this one, Halot.
I'm New Testament.
Since when?
Since time immemorial. I've always been.
What made me think that you are in the old dispensation?
It's Billy and Ambassador.
Oh, Sharubobia. Yeah. So BDAG is your friend. And then for the Hebrew guys, Halot. And there is another one for classical Hebrew. I just don't remember the name for that. But this one is also a good one. It's a Hebrew Aramaic, lexicon of the Old Testament. So Halot, these two, BDAG and Halot, they are very good lexicons. Okay. Then you also have some grammars. Even here, I think in your package, there is this one. Okay. I think for me, at some point, I bought another Greek. No, actually, for me, I bought it, but I saw that you guys have it when I was checking someone who had done the installation, this same one. But I did buy a Hebrew grammar, this one at some point, practical. This Hebrew grammar is, oh, there is this other one also. Maybe it's this other one that I bought. But the practical is like BBG for Greek, Basics of Biblical Greek by Mounce. Then in the Hebrew, we have this other one, practical. Practical. Yeah, so this is the grammar for Hebrew. That is a basics of biblical Hebrew, you know. Then for the Greek, we have basics of biblical Greek, BBG. Then for Hebrew, BBH. Unless you are using that other one, I've forgotten the name for that guy, for the Hebrew grammar. But I did buy this one. When was that? About maybe 2020. Yeah, 2020. Third edition. Okay. So you have some grammars there. You can look up the visual things that you have, which would be maybe some maps, some photo guides, and so forth for the Bible. If you want to see what's in this, you have to open them individually to kind of assess. Devotionals are quite a lot in Accordance, and you can choose one that you might want to follow in a particular year. We also have some cross references. I need to move a little quickly. Some cross references. I'm sure you know what a cross reference is. We do have some study Bibles. I think this version, the package that we have, I doubt if it has any study Bible. If it has, maybe it's just one. I have bought some of these myself, and you can buy as well. All right. Then there are some practical things. I think there's only one there because I have not bought anything. Preaching, yeah, you can buy you can buy even sermon outlines and what. There's a lot of stuff on preaching. You will see that on Accordance. There is theological, which are the systematic theology things. If Pastor Brian Sinyango is here, you would be interested in some of these. Beckhoff, there's a book by Beckhoff here on systematic theology and others. All right. So then we also have some writings. Did I hear someone want to say something?
Yes, I'm not able to see the categorization on the tools. I don't know.
You are not
It's
able.
just to see the categorization. Yes.
What laptop?
It's just two. It's a MacBook. It's just tools and everything comes down there, the different books. It's not categorizing them. I don't know why.
And it fully downloaded.
Yes, it fully downloaded all the books. The books are there, but they are not in any category. Like yours, I can able to see there you have journals and all those classification, Greek studies. Here it's just the actual books themselves.
That's interesting. I need to look at that and see what could have happened, because I'm not the one who made this. These things just came as it like this.
I don't know the others if they're able to confirm.
Anybody
is right. Mine is also showing the same. It does not classify them. It just brings them as a whole.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll try to look into that and see what could have happened. I'll actually try to write back to the guys and see what they have. All right. So, but mine is like this, and I was expecting that everybody is like that. Okay. Biblical studies and so forth. All right. So we have all those categorizations. Now, the other interesting things about the background is I have demonstrated to some of you in some of my classes are the Atlas things. Okay. Atlas and the timeline. I do think that you have the timeline. Do you have the timeline?
Yes, it's there. It's there.
And if you want, you can just actually come here and choose background, and then you'll see what you have in your background. Are you able to do this, what I'm doing here? Like you can come here and then check, okay, text, this, tools, then that comes up, or even background. Okay. So here, basically, we have got two things in the background. We have got the Atlas as well as the timeline. Okay. It's the Atlas, you decide. It's an interactive thing. So you can choose which you open up the Atlas. Now I'm going to close this so that I remain with this. All right. I'll try to move this so that we can, okay. All right. So here, depending on where you click, you'll see that the color will change for the Atlas. So it's up to you. You choose what you want. Vivid colors, light colors, light browns. Okay. If you want gray stuff, it will change. If you want green, it will change. If you want beige, it will change. If you want white, it will change. If you want infrared, that's like for the night, it will change. Night vision, maybe that's what interests you. Satellite, it will change, okay? But this Atlas is interactive. It's interactive in the sense that you can search for places on it. Now I'm going to turn off my video because I need to, okay, so that I can, the video is hindering something here that I need to show. All right. So let's say, for example, you are looking for a place, you can just search for it there. You see, you just go there, search for it. Let's say we are looking for Bethel. You just type Bethel. It comes up on the list. Then you go, okay. And then it goes. So Bethel is right here. See, that's what we mean that the atlas is interactive. Apart from that, the atlas also gives you the exact location in terms of GPS location of that particular place. And then you have a default dictionary that comes with the atlas. So you, at some point you can change it. Maybe you buy another dictionary and you want it to be the default ones, which will give you some quick information about some names of those Bible places. So for example, here, for me, I put, there's a dictionary called, okay, this one is using the photo guide, whatever. Yeah, it's a photo guide thing, but I do have, oh, no, that one is in the timeline. I'll show you when I open the timeline. Like here, once I just put my cursor over a place, then it will give me the information. I hope you are able to see this in this particular window. This window is referred to as instant details window. So I have pressed on Shift just to hold it down so that it doesn't move about, because you see when I'm moving from place to place, then it's automatically searching for that place and trying to give us some details about it, okay? Then what I like about this dictionary also, I mean, no, the atlas, not dictionary, is that you can come here and find sites, okay? There are categories which they have also tried to arrange for you in advance. For example, if you are interested in Old Testament sites, you can select that. New Testament sites, you can select that. Modern sites, you can select that. Philistine cities, 7 churches, like some of you maybe are interested in 7 churches, so there we are. Maybe let me change the color. Let me put vivid colors. Vivid colors, all right, there. And we have 7 churches. Let's choose 7 churches here. Okay, there are the 7 churches. So Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, Laodicea. All right. And I believe this is where the island of Patmos is there. Okay. Ephesus was here. Patmos there. All right. And you can see that geographically, this is like a semicircle. Okay. And when John is writing, the letter moves in that particular order. Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, until it comes to Laodicea, the last place. So this is Turkey, modern day Turkey. And you can actually visit these places. I should have gone, what year was that? 2020? Oh, no. I think when I was doing the master's, maybe in 2016 or 2017, but we were denied visas. We applied from Kenya. The AUA were organizing a Bible land tour. So, but some of our colleagues went. I think Pastor Brian went to some place, Egypt, and some other place. So that was a good thing. So one of these days we need to organize a trip to Israel so that we can see the places in reality. All right. So the atlas is interactive and you can play around with it. Cities of refuge, you want to see where those ones were, then you know there were 3 this side, 3 the other side, and so forth. Okay. Then one of them that I like.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm not able to see the dictionary. It's not appearing down there.
When you put a place,
Yes, yes. It will just show the GPS location and stuff, but the dictionary is not coming.
oh, I think it's a setting that needs to be done. Now, you know, some of these things, I don't remember how I did this because it has been some time. But I can always double check and then I can let you know, even on our
Okay.
WhatsApp group. If I forget, just remind me.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some preferences. I'll show you like here. Let me see. Preferences. Atlas and tab layers, tab display. Let me see that. Okay. If you open, now you are using a MacBook. If the person is using a Windows laptop, you go to utilities. That's where you find what is called preferences. Those are like your settings. Okay. So you go to not file. For you, Chazingwa, you go to where is written accordance. On the top left.
Okay, I've seen.
Then you click where it says preferences.
Yes.
Yeah. Then on top there will be general and you are coming down. So you go all the way down. I think it's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 from the bottom, Atlas tab display. You see that? Then here it says hypertext. One of the settings down here where it says hypertext. What is the default? What is the default to? Then you choose.
Okay.
So you see that? So you can choose different dictionaries there. So for me, the default one is Bibleland's Photo Guide number 4. I don't know if you have that one. Or you can put any other dictionary that has got place names. And that is what will be giving some extra information.
Okay.
Then you say, okay, and then it will apply. So when you hover over a name, then you see the photo guide is right here, number 4. I can change that and put another dictionary. Now, those who are using Windows laptops, you go to utilities, then you look for preferences and you look for Atlas tab display. Okay. Atlas tab display. And then on the hypertext, that's where you choose which dictionary you want to be, giving some information whenever you hover over a name that is found in the Bible. So I can change that. I can put this other one. I do have this other one, all people in Bible. Then I'll say apply. Okay. So it does apply. Now when I hover over a name, how come it's not showing the other two which I have used? Or maybe it's when I restart it, then it will change. When I restart the software. All right, but that's how you do it. Okay, then let me just, the other thing, lastly on the Atlas, what I can say is this. I like this other thing. You see here, there is an interface here. If you want, you can hide this interface by simply clicking there and say hide the interface. Then you can, it also tends to show the interface. If you want, you can magnify this plus and minus sign right here where my cursor is. That's for magnifying. When you click it, you are making it bigger. If you want, you can minimize. Yes, then also those of you preachers who like to use PowerPoint for your presentations and so forth, the atlas in accordance, you can get screenshots by simply selecting an area. So you click like here, let's say I want this particular map so that I can put it in my sermon, maybe whatever presentation it is. I want to show them where Galilee is located. You simply press down your mouse and select an area of your interest. See? Once you do that, then you go back and right click on that area that you selected. Then you will have some options here. You see that? Then you can say copy picture. So this has become a photograph. Then you paste it wherever you want. In your PowerPoint or in your Word document, whatever you are preparing. That's it. I hope we got that.
Yes.
All right. One of the things that I like is this other option here for the ancient highways. You see, they have done some journeys just to show you, for example, how Abraham moved. Okay. If I click on it, you observe what will happen to my atlas. You see, this journey begins right here in Ur of the Chaldees and it moves up. This is how Abraham moved. And it's moving. It's a graphic representation of how Abraham moved until he came down to Egypt when there was some hunger in Canaan, and then he went back. All right. So there are a number of these. You want to see how Joseph was sold? You click on Joseph. The father sent him from Hebron. Go and look for your brothers who have gone to Bethel. When he reached there, no, of course, they had removed to Shechem. When he reached there, he couldn't find them. And then someone told him that, he had heard them talking of going to Dothan. So this is where Dothan is. And then while he was there, he was thrown in the pit, and the Ishmaelites who came from Mesopotamia, these are the ones, they picked him here and took him down to Egypt. Okay. So you do have quite a lot of those. How about the traditional Exodus? How the Exodus happened? This is how it's painted. See? So these kinds of things, they add a lot of value to your knowledge of the Bible, and you can see some things vividly. The map, when you have an idea of the map, even when you are jumping and preaching on that particular pulpit, you are not jumping without an idea of where Sinai is, Mara is. You see, you can describe this place, and you can even say, okay, this thing is at 131 meters. The coordinates are given, and so forth. So, for me, that's interesting. You cannot be a Bible scholar or a Bible student who has no idea. You just hear of the names, but you don't know where those things are actually located. So there's a lot that you can explore. And again, remember what I said, you are not sure, you can just click there and search for the place that you want. You
just before you proceed, I wanted to find out how were you. I could see that the movement of the trail on which they were moving as they were moving. It was changing from white to blue.
Oh, yes. So there is it's like an arrow which is going through that particular route or route. for which that journey takes place. So you come here, you are looking for some ancient journeys, highways, you see? For example, which other one can I can say? Okay, David and Goliath. See, when I click on that, these things are already programmed. They are inside the map. So then you can imagine. All right, that's how the battle took place. You know, there are many of them. You want to know about what? David's census or Absalom's rebellion to his father David. It was like that. Then David left Jerusalem, and you know, yeah. So it kind of just paints that biblical story. That so this is not me doing it. Even you, when you open your thing and you click, that's what will be happening. It's already programmed. So you just choose it.
Alright.
Yeah, they are here. There are a lot of them. Even if Paul's first missionary journey, you just click on it, then you know, okay, he started from here, he went there, he came this side. It's already done. You see that? Then he was back. This is what I like about the map, because it's not a dead map. It's interactive. It has got the places, you can see them. You can also see the location. You can quickly get some information about the place, you know, and so forth. And the backgrounds can be different depending on what you like to see. See, like that, you can have a different one. If you just want black and white, you can have that. You want brown, you can have it like that. You are not sure of a place, you just hear about what place can I think of? Ooh, okay. In Mesopotamia, where Abraham came from, you just click it, then it searches. So Ooh is right here. See? Then you have an idea. You want to zoom out, you can zoom out by reducing the thing. If you want to zoom in, you can. You want to get a picture of this, you just hold down your mouse, select the area, say, I want this, right click on it, get a picture, you paste in your presentation. Simple. All right, enough about the atlas. Let's go to the timeline. I should think that you have a timeline. If you just check here and go to background, among your tools, there must be a timeline.
It's there, yes.
Yes. So I'll close.
Before you get to the timeline, Pastor.
Come again?
Just before you go to the timeline, I want to ask on instant details.
Okay.
Is there a way that one can lock the instant details without them fading apart from shifting?
I think the only way to hold down the instant details is by holding the shift key. If you don't want the instant details column, I'll call it column, but this is the place that is asking about, this place where those details come in. You see, instant detail. If you don't want it, you can remove it by simply clicking here, where you have the icon for instant details, and it will go away. Like that, I have removed it. But if I want it, I will click it and it will come back. Actually, if you want, you can also put it horizontally. You can change the location. I like it at the bottom. Some people put it on the sides like it's horizontal. You can also do that if you want the instant details to be side by side. But I prefer it at the bottom. Okay. All right, then let's go to the timeline quickly. We still have a number of things to do. So the timeline is just like a biblical timeline. Now, because we're Adventists, so our belief is that the world was created by the world, I mean, I don't mean the heavens and the earth, but I'm talking about what we see, the creation week in Genesis 1, on the first day and so forth. Because remember, the Bible says in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. We don't know when that beginning was. Then in verse 2, we see that there is some kind of chaos, so to say. And then at some other point, we see that God comes in to say, okay, let there be this. So that's day 1, 2, 3, up to 6. Now, that particular creation, we believe that it happened in 4000 BC. Okay? So we have a biblical timeline. We know that then, if that's the case, our world as we know it now, in the fashion that it is, it has been in existence for about 6,000 years. Okay? So there is a timeline in accordance which gives you an idea of where what falls. Okay? So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. So when you want to navigate it, you need to know that here there are some regions. So maybe you are interested in Europe, you are interested in the Mediterranean, you are interested in the Middle East, you are interested in Israel and the world, or Egypt, Africa and the world, and so forth. Maybe it's Israel and Egypt. So you can choose a region that you are interested in. Okay? Then what kind of items do you want? Do you want rulers, prophets, kings and kings, prophets, individuals, writings, religious leaders? Maybe like for me, I'm interested in religious leaders. But is it all the regions of the world or some particular region? I think I'm interested in Europe. Okay. So what are you interested in? You can actually do a search. So here, like I want to see, let's say Martin Luther. Okay, Martin Luther, this German reformer. I'm interested in Martin Luther. Then I click OK. Then it goes and finds for me Martin Luther and puts him exactly in the historical year when he was born. There it is. You see that the years are here at the top. So by coming to Martin Luther, then I know, okay, this is the period around 15, maybe 1515 or 1510, somewhere here, okay? Then I also get some basic information about Martin Luther, okay? I can do, is it right click? Yeah, I can right click. When I right click on the name, it will give me some kind of just a brief thing. Okay, 1483 to 1546. This is when he lived. He was a German minister, theologian, and translator whose writings sparked the Protestant Reformation. All right. If I'm interested in this person, Amadeus of Savoy, okay, then I have a default Bible dictionary. Let me hold down with the shift key, the instant details. I have a default Bible dictionary for which I put some of these. Now, some of them may not have that particular information. So you can always change what kind of dictionary you want to be here. All right. So, but this guy, I can right click and then I have, oh, okay, he was anti-pope elected by the Council of Basel in opposition to Eugene IV. Okay, he lived 1439 to 1444. Okay. Then I can look up that particular person. I can search whether it's in some text or in some dictionary. I want more information on this guy, maybe in some dictionary. Item cannot be found in all people. Okay, because that's my default dictionary, but you can always find another one. The best thing then in that case is to do what is called research. But I'll come to this particular aspects. Then you find that. So it's looking for me in all the Bible dictionaries that I have, and then find that there is no dictionary which I have which has got information on this guy. So maybe it's the quality of the dictionaries I have If I do a similar search on Martin Luther, I'll obviously find something because Martin Luther is quite famous. So research, then what do I want to research in? Martin Luther. There will be stuff in Martin Luther. So there you are. So accordance has searched in all the dictionaries that I have, and there are some entries on Martin Luther. So if I want, then I can begin to look up more information on Martin Luther. So I'm trying to move these things around so that I can have. There are two types here, okay? When you do this research, but maybe I should just come to it later. This is an entry, meaning that is a major entry. This one is in the writings, okay? So if I want entries with Martin Luther, then I should be looking at this, a Pocket Church History Dictionary, okay, here. So they have something on Martin Luther. This is another entry, that's another entry. So if I want now to open the article there, then I just click on open and it opens. It creates another thing where it opens, and there is the information. If I want this, I can expand it and so forth. So let me read up on that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, now this Martin Luther is the junior one, but I wanted the other one. The junior one is for America. We want the German one. This is the one. Okay. Yep. This is the one. 1483 to 1546. Okay. Now, I'll come to that later. Time is not with us, but this is how the timeline works. Basically, this is what? Like, you can actually spend an hour just learning on the timeline, and maybe you might not even exhaust. Now, let me show you how you teach yourself to use accordance from within accordance itself, okay? Are we together, saints?
Yeah, boy.
All right, good. So if you want to learn about accordance and you want tutorials on how to use accordance, they have some tutorials within the software itself. Apart from that, you can also go to the website and watch different kinds of, they call them, what do you call these things? Yeah, seminars, like, you know, yeah, seminars kind of. So if you come to the help what menu, okay, and I think even in the Windows is the same. If you come to the help menu option, you are able to see this. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good. If you click on help and you come here where it says tutorials, you see this? Then it gives you options this side. So since you are starting, here is my advice. Start with the easy and then you go to intermediate and then advanced. Then here you will also find that there are different topics, whether it's on amplifying, on the atlas, on the bibliography, on the citations, on the commands, on daily reading, on devotions, and what. Spend time here, whether you want to learn how to search. They have put all the information, even those user tools you were asking, how to import a PDF into a user tool. You can come here and it will lead you. So it's an interactive thing. So let's say, for example, I click on one. How to amplify? Okay, the very one we are done, user tools. You see, when you click on it, it leads you step by step within the software itself. So this tutorial will teach you how to import a PDF document into a new user tool. Then you say begin. When you click that, then it changes. It takes you, okay, so there are 12 steps. Step 1, you do this. Step 2, you just continue like this. Okay, importing something, and then it goes. Okay. First, select import users from the user files sub-menu of the file menu. If you are not sure, you say, do it for me. If you do it for yourself, it will work. If you are not sure, you say, do it for me. Then it does for you. Until you come to the last step and it's done. You are just teaching yourself. Do you see that, brethren?
Yes.
Now, instead of me closing that thing, I closed the software. So let me share it again. Let me share this again. Okay. So tutorials are you come to the help menu and then you go like that. So if you want to start with easy, okay? Easy, knowing your library, how to open books, opening the preferences, searching the preferences, customizing the overall look, this and this, and they just start with the basics, okay? Once you are done with, so it's knowing your library, you go with that all the way up to the end, you come back. So they do webinars and seminars and whatnot. They also have a web browser within Accordance, but usually that's not very good. What you want to do is maybe go to the website. I'll show you shortly before we end. Now, searching, because this is one of the importance of having a Bible software as opposed to anything else. Let me start by, okay, I've closed that off. So let's say you want to do some work. You normally use a workspace, okay? Or a new tab. Now I'll say workspace. So I have a workspace. I have a workspace too, but I don't want that one. So this is a workspace where I want to work from, okay? Then, if I want, let's say, then I go to the library, I want to open something. So, okay, so now here I want a Greek Bible. I'm going to go to Nestle Aland, 28th edition. Okay, so the Greek Bible has opened, all right? So you see what we were saying when we say that the Greek Bibles are, they are what? They are tagged. So when I put my cursor over it, over a word, it will show some information in the instant details here. So Christou is a noun, masculine, singular, genitive, and it's translated as Christ, okay? So whichever word I put my cursor over, it will show me the information. Even in the dictionary form, it comes from a me, that is ein. This is an imperfect third person singular. And it is the verb to be. It's in the indicative mode, all right? So this Greek version is tagged, meaning it has got information. So the good part with this, so now let me switch off the video, is that you can add a parallel. So let's say, okay, I want to be working with an English version side by side so that, you know, I am just checking. And the English version is also tagged. So when I put my cursor over a Greek word, you find that it also highlights the English translation because the English translation is also tagged. But some of the other translations may not be tagged, so they may not necessarily, it may not necessarily hide, but if I want to be sure what they use to translate that word, I can see it also on the other side. So here it's Abraham, and on this other side is Abraham, all right? So this is the English Standard Version. Then maybe I may even want to say, okay, I want to have another text. I want to have the King James Version with Strong's, but this King James is also tagged, meaning it has also been passed. It has been given that particular information. So whenever I am in my primary text, this side, which is the Greek, you see that as I am moving, there's also highlighting. Yourself, this is Joseph, translated the same. This side, the other side, okay? Which other word? Gastri, that's child, all right? I wonder why that's verse 18. Okay, verse 18. Let me just go up a bit. Verse 18. All right, so even in the ESV is translated as child, in King James is translated as child, dikaios, just, both versions have translated as. I can also add another text. Maybe let me add New American Standard Bible, the 2020 edition. I recently bought this one, okay? So let's see. Yeah, Hagyu, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, okay? This other side is Holy Ghost, okay? You can also compare how the versions are translated, but this one, it will not work well with the Greek. Maybe you have to remove that, okay? And then you remain with an English translation. So you are doing a comparison. You are comparing the King James Version with the English Standard Version, since this is the one which is first. By the way, these versions, okay, I'll remove that. If you want to reorder these tabs, you can simply, change them around. That's okay. I want to start with the King James Version because I'm interested in the King James Version and I want to compare it with these others. Then you click compare. So now it's the King James Version which is being compared against the New American Standard Bible and also the English Standard Bible. Okay. So you can see some similarities and dissimilarities. Okay. Here you see now the birth of Jesus, the Messiah. Here, the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise, was as follows. Okay, when his mother, Mary. Okay, now the birth of Jesus Christ took place in this way. So you are comparing version with version. This is the good part because as you are moving up with your cursor, this other side is also moving. So you can follow side by side and you can see clearly the similarities and the distinctions among the different versions. So this is the advantage. You just come here and add the parallel. Now the parallel that you can add might not be a text. So you can close off these single windows like that if you want. And then, well, I want to have the Greek Bible back here. So I'll close off that and I'll just reopen the Greek Bible back. Where is that? Nestle Aland 28th edition. Okay, good. Then I say, okay, let me have an English translation. I've chosen the New American Standard, but I also want to have a commentary on the side, all right? And maybe there's a particular commentary that you like. Let's say, for example, since we are in the New Testament, let's say I want the Andrews Bible commentary, New Testament. So I click that. So this Andrews Bible commentary for the New Testament, it will be on the side. As I am scrolling up, that commentary will also be moving depending on where I am going. You see that side by side, okay? That's an advantage, okay? So now I am on Matthew 1 verse 1 and okay, with the Greek and also the Bible is here and also a comment on that from the Andrews Bible commentary on the New Testament, okay? Then, how do I quickly survey, my library in terms of, let's say, for example, I'm interested in this, and you can actually minimize that library thing so that you can have more space. If you want the library to open, you can just click that, the icon again, but I want to have more space. So there is what is called an info pen. So when you click on the info pen has it has like access to your entire library. So you want to be doing some quick surveys on the things that you want. So you use what is called an InfoPens, okay? So let's say I am on Matthew 1 verse 1, and I just want to quickly see what each of the study Bibles may have. Now, you know that there's a difference between a study Bible and a commentary. The study Bible just have brief information. The Bible commentary will be more extensive, okay? So if you are just scanning through, study Bibles are usually the best. So, okay, let's see this study Bible. When I click on it, it will open. You know, there it is. Okay, I read that. If, you know, I have read that, then I say, okay, I want to see this other one. You just click on it.
Sorry, Pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, how did you add the info pen?
Okay, you click on the add parallel. You see that? Then it also info pen.
Okay.
Yes. The info pen is one of the options here. So when you click it, then it, so when the info pen comes, it has the entire library that you have in accordance. Then it has organized them according to the categories. So you have got study Bibles, you have got commentaries. Mostly those are the tools. You have grammars, you have cross references, you have your tool set, which basically has like your stuff. Okay. So how do I get the info pen? I can add the parallel. As I am moving, the info pen is also moving because the info pen is scanning through my library to see any commentary, any study Bible, anything that has got something to say on that text. And when I click on it, it will go straight to that particular text where I am, this other side. You understand what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So let's say, okay, here we have a search bar here, and it has got two options. There are words as well as verses. Okay, so let's say I am interested in, what text are you interested in? Just for illustration.
John chapter 1 verse 12.
John chapter 1 verse 12. Okay, so you just come here to this bar, and then you type in John chapter 1. There are two ways. You can put a full colon, verse 12, or you can just put a full stop. That will be like verse 12. Okay, so when you enter, you hit the enter button, then the Bible, I mean, the accordance quickly goes to that particular text, John chapter 1, verse 12. Okay, so here is our Greek, here is our New American Standard Bible. And then I had chosen this particular study commentary. So you see, this one has also gone quickly to that, since it has got something to say on it. I read this, and if I'm not, okay, I want, what about this other one? What does it say? Okay, you see, all of them, all of these materials this side, they have quickly gone to John chapter 1, verse 12. And I want to see what each one of them is saying on that. I just click there, go that, click there, it's going that. All of them are on John 1, verse 12. What about this? Does it have something there to say? Okay, good. What about this? All right. Then I say, okay, I want now to check the commentaries. So when I go to the commentary, here I'm just having the first 5. This is how I set my settings. Just the first 5, but there are more. And I can even, there are more of them, you know. So I want to see what each of these commentaries has to say on John 1, verse 12. So I just click there. All right. And it goes straight. This one also is set on there. John 1, verse 12, straight. Now you can imagine if you have PDFs, how long you are going to take to open each PDF in order to go to John chapter 1, verse 12. This is the advantage of the Bible softwares, because they just go straight to that particular point that you are searching. Okay. New American Commentary, straight to John chapter 1, verse 12. You read up there. If you like something, you copy, paste. And when you paste in Ethiopian. You can copy as, when you copy, you can copy without a citation. If you want, you can just get the bibliography. All right. Then with the Hebrew or the Greek this side, okay, I'll close off that. With the Hebrew or Greek this side, when you right click and you want to copy, you can copy as a what? As a transliteration. So that Elabon, which I selected here, all right, to receive, when I copy it as a transliteration, it means that it will come in English. But when I can also decide to copy the lexical form, the dictionary form of that particular word, and paste in my Word document. I can copy it as a citation, and it will come with those. So all of those preferences, you can set them up in the preferences, okay? So this is the info pane. That's how helpful it is. It just goes quickly, organizes everything, and you know, it just goes straight to that point and you have access to all of your stuff. Okay? If you want to change anything on the preferences, you come here. This little gear has got settings. So you can say set info pane settings. All right. Like you see, I set my initial, like when I do a search, I want to see maybe the first 5 commentaries only. It's right here. If I want, I can increase to 10. And I have changed. Okay. So now you will see what happens when okay, let me hit that again. John 1 verse 12. How many commentaries are here now as a beginning point? Oh no, it's because I think some of the changes take place when you restart the software, but I did change it then. Let me see. Okay, I changed.
Maybe you can change the text doc.
Let's see. Okay, there. It has changed to 10. Okay. So this is how it works. So verses you put there. And by the way, you can put many verses. Let's say, for example, I have a number of them maybe that I am studying. I want John 1 verse 1. Then do I put a comma there? Now I need to remember. Okay, maybe semicolon. Then I can also put Matthew. And as you are typing, even the names of the Bible books will be coming there. You can use the abbreviated version. Now the problem here, you know, is because we are in Word. It should be verses. So having John 1 verse 1. I can put comma and put Matthew 1 verse 1. Okay. When I hit enter, it will come. John 1 verse 1, Matthew 1 verse 1. So maybe you are studying a particular subject and you want to follow a certain number of verses together. You can put as many as you want there and they will open one after the other. Like this. You see that? John 1 verse 1.
Yes.
Yeah, these ones also, you can change the settings for this particular text. In fact, you can also magnify the font. Maybe that is too small. This capital A here is for expanding the size, the font size. If you want to reduce, you click on the smaller one, just like that. If you want to change settings about that, you can change the settings in there and so forth. So there's a lot that can be done here. Now, what I wanted to show you is this other thing where you can search for words, okay? Because this is the other thing that is important in accordance. And as you are using Bible software, you want to be able to search for things quickly, okay? So I want to open an English version so that I start in English, because the Greek things sometimes are a little bit confusing. Let's say, okay, I want to open this. Then I want to say, I want the word love. Remember, I'm studying on love. I think this is the last segment I'll be doing before I go to the website, and then we will end. Let's say I want the word love. Okay? Love in the Old Testament. Now, sometimes you want with a capital L or without, it's up to you, preferences. Okay? So love. Then I hit enter. Already, Accordance has searched for the word love in the whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation. And here I can see how many times is it appearing in the whole Bible.
551.
551. How long did it take me to find those occurrences?
In the twinkling of an eye.
In the twinkling of an eye. Very correct. Is that the BRI?
BRI in the house.
Okay, that's good. All right. So you see, there, 551. In a twinkling of an eye, Accordance has looked up for me that particular word. But I want to see some of those occurrences. So I can click here. Here we have what we call the analytics. Okay. So when I click there, then it will show me. And there are different kinds of results that I can get. You can get a hits graph. Okay. You see that? Hits graph, so you can see where there are more hits for that word love. Look, very strange. Did you ever think that there will be more love somewhere towards Revelation this side? And somewhere here between Job and Proverbs. You see that? And if you want, you can get this and put it in your presentation. I don't know how, because I've never done that. I am not a good, I'm not good at doing PowerPoint things. So you can also
copy pictures.
I am not sure if you can you copy. Yeah, copy picture. Good.
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah. You just right click, then you copy picture. You can also do this analysis graph. And you see, then look at these guys. The analysis graph even puts the number for the different Greek and Hebrew words. Hesed, BRI, the Old Testament guy. There you see. This is the one. Then agapao is in the green. It's here. Agape is this other one here, this color. It's color coded. Ahahava. This must be the Hebrew one. And then Ahav.
Yes, that's the Hebrew.
Yes, then Phileo, that's the Greek. It's in this other.
That's the Greek.
Okay. So you see, which word has got more occurrences here? I'm sure it's Hesed. This one.
Hesed.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. This word is
in a twinkling of an eye, you have got this kind of analysis, you know. Then you can also go back there and say, okay, I want word count totals. You see here, there are several things that you can get from that same search and do an analysis. See here, total number of verses 505. Love 551. The verses are fewer than the number of the words. Love, on this one, agapao 3, agape 3, Yep, that key number, love 541, this other one. You can copy this information and put in your thing where you are trying to do some analyzing. Within a twinkling of an eye, you have that particular thing. And then you can look at it more. So you have several different words for love and their, their usages, okay? Then let's see, okay, you can also do a bar chart, okay, like that. You see that Hesed thing, the one we are talking about? Hesed is used more for love in the entire Bible, and it's a Hebrew word, okay? Then you have agape, ahav, agapao, ahava, phileo, dod, and raya, all right? So this is a bar chart. That's another way. Can we, yeah, copy picture. You want copy picture in your PowerPoint or Word document. Very quick. The professor will think you are a wizard. You can also do a pie chart. You see that? Copy picture in your presentation. Closing that. You can also do a concordance. You see that? In accordance is very easy. If the person say, I want to study love or what, or you want to do a research yourself and you are researching on love, you want all the occurrences where you love occurs and you want to. So all of these are the occurrences where love is in the whole Bible. And you can simply copy that. I know there is I know there is another way of doing if you want a concordance, we don't usually copy from here, do we? If I remember well, actually we copy from here. Like that, then you go to references. Copy as references here. You wonder those, okay, let me do this. Now, you brethren, you are going to be doing a lot of stuff. You see that like, okay, let's say I want all of these words, I want all these verses. Maybe I want to send them to my girlfriend so that she can read about love in the Bible. But I don't want those words. I just want the verses themselves. Okay? You see that? I'll end here. Then you right click, you go to copy as references. Copy as, oh, I mentioned girlfriend because we have guys who are not married. The students, I hope no one misunderstood. All right, now I'm not, let me share a Word document so that I show you how it looks like when I copy like that and paste. So I'm going to share a blank page for Word, okay? There it is, okay. So then I say paste. You see that? So sometimes you are doing a research, guys, those of you, Chazingo, Billy, you are doing a research and you want to show this word appears in, you wonder, even in commentaries, you see such kind of things. Do you think the person was reading the whole Bible?
No.
Yeah, this is how they do it. Okay. So I'll stop that and then I'll come back to this particular, accordance. So that's how we do it. The other thing, quickly, when it comes to searching here, is that when you are searching for these words, you can also restrict. For example, I say, okay, I want love, but I want only in the New Testament. How do I do that? So here you see there is a button, a plus sign. You add that. Then it gives you a range where you determine a range. So what is the range? at the moment is usually set on all text, but I want to limit this. So I'll say, okay, I want this to the New Testament. Now, maybe these I'm the one who did them. Some of them may come as default, but others you can make them by yourself. So you can define a range. You simply go to define a range, and then you say new. What is the range name? So then you can say, okay, I want, okay, maybe let's say I want the Pentateuch. Okay, Pentateuch. So Pentateuch would be from what to what? You can use some abbreviation. You define now. It will be Genesis to Deuteronomy is the last book before Joshua. Eh? What is the Pentateuch?
Yes.
It's Genesis, Leviticus,
Up to Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy, yeah. Okay, then you verify. Okay, so you see, I have come up with a new range. Then I say update. Okay, so it has updated. Well, I hope it has. There it is, Pentateuch. So when I come here, do you see that now there is Pentateuch? This Pentateuch was not there when we started. Well, I have just done it now. So I have told Accordance, I want you to search for love, but you should only limit yourself between Genesis and Deuteronomy. Then I enter. Once I enter, you see the number of occurrences here.
35.
Yes,
Yes, Pastor, 35.
From 501, now we are down to 35. So
Come again on how you limit.
Okay, so how you limit? You come here because I don't know how your thing is looking like at the moment, because it may not have, maybe it may have one or two, but some of these they come, maybe it doesn't come. So you come up to the bottom here. You see this? Define range. So you click on define range, and then that range could be a set of books, or maybe it may just be one book. Okay, maybe it may just be one book that you want to limit yourself to. Let's say maybe I just want, do I have Luke here? Okay, I don't. So I'll say I want Luke only. So I can put a title here, name. Oh, by the way, you have to start with new. A range name must be entered. Okay, then look. Then here, what is definition is the book? Which book is that? So it's Luke. You can even verify. So that's done. So it's added here now. Okay, so then I'll say update. Okay, so that's done.
Sorry, it's not showing where you are typing or entering from.
It's not showing.
No.
No, it's not. Maybe it opened a new window.
So what are you seeing here? Okay, maybe let me just stop sharing and share again. Okay. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing the accordance?
Yes, you are in Genesis.
I am in Genesis. Huh? All right.
Yes.
Now I want to define a range, isn't it? Okay, so I come here. All right, first let me close that. So I'll say, I want to define a range. I want to search for love, but I want to limit it to a particular range. I am only interested maybe in Luke. So when I click the plus sign, which is right here at the end of the search bar, then you ask me, okay, range, what is the range? So here by default, set on all text. Then here there is a down arrow, If I click that, at the bottom of it, it will say define the range.
The range.
You see that? Okay. So now when I click on define range, then it will ask me to make that range. I define that particular range. It could be a number of books. It could be one book. It could be two books. So like now I had put Luke, but I want to put two books. I'm going to put Luke Acts. So I'll say Luke Acts. Okay.
Okay, we can't see that pop-up
you
window,
can't
but
see
I was following. Yes, but I was following you. I'm able to have brought it on my screen. Now, do you put a dash between Luke and Acts, or it's one word?
I am not sure if you can put a dash.
It's just or space.
I think you can put a dash.
Okay.
Or a space, it's okay because it will appear as one word. Then in the definition, definition what? Box, you put the book, the Bible book. So in that case, we will have to put Luke dash Acts. Luke to Acts, isn't it? You see that? Then you click on verify. Verify is just to make sure that it's correct. Then you click update at the bottom. Then you will see that Luke Acts as added as part of your ranges. You see, so
how did you write or name? How did you write it? It's not
on the name.
Yes, how did you write Luke Acts?
Okay, so when you open that dialog box,
yes,
you start by clicking new.
Okay.
When you click new, then in the name there, you write Luke Acts. I wrote it like Luke dash Acts.
Okay.
Then in the definition, you put the actual books or book of the Bible. You can use the standard abbreviation, or you can just write the full one. Okay. After that, then you click on verify and update. Then it's added. Hello?
Okay. Yes, we are together.
Okay. So when you choose, so you can have several ranges there that you come up with in your studies as you look at different situations. Okay. So depending on what you are looking at that point, you choose. Like now I'll choose Luke Acts. Okay. Then I have put love there. So if I hit enter to search, it means that Accordance will only search now between Luke and Acts, not the whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Do you see that? So like you can see here now, we only have 38 occurrences. So love appears 38 times between Luke and Acts. And now you can look out the individuals. Based on that, the concordance, you can copy the whole thing to check the specific occurrences, and then when you right click on copy as references, all right? So that's how you can search for words, for phrases, things that you are looking for. It's right here, verses and words, okay? Now, there's a lot in the searching thing that we cannot exhaust here. But the other thing that I want to show you is these, the simple ones. If maybe you want to search for love and grace, maybe your Bible studies on love and grace. You know the and thing, eh? So you want the accordance to search for where love and grace appear together. So you use and. You know these search commands, okay? Love and grace. Then you hit enter. Now, because here I set it on Luke and Acts, there is nothing. But I want to search all text. Let's see if we have anywhere where love and grace appear together in the Bible. So you have these occurrences. They are only about, those verses. Love and grace in the same verse together. 2 Corinthians 8 and 7, 2 Corinthians 13, 14, Ephesians 6, 24. Those ones, okay? So that's how you search for concepts like that. Now, sometimes you may want to say, okay, let me search for wherever love or grace appears. That's what I want. So you go for O. These are the commands. Love or grace. So it means wherever love or grace appears, it will come. So those will be many because there are several verses where you have love, you have grace by itself. And what is fun is that sometimes you may find that as you look up those words, you may find that they are being translated by the same original word, you know. Okay, so love there is Hesed. Yeah, if you look at the instant details. Okay. So we have a lot of these commands that you can learn how to search using those commands, but we don't have much time. But those are things that you can learn by yourself. What else can I talk about? Any other question before we begin to wind up and go to the website quickly, where I just show you how to make those purchases if you want to?
Yeah, I just wanted to inquire on one thing, Pastor. I think earlier in the presentation you talked about the Andrews Bible commentary. I was interested just to get the full name for that commentary. I got excited about it.
All right, I'll show you on the website. Okay, I'll show you that on the website. So there are many things. What I'll be doing sometimes is I'll be showing you some stuff. Maybe I just make a little thing, then I show you. But also, like I said, spend time here on the tutorials. Go to help, go to the tutorial, start with easy. You do all of this. You see that searching for words. So they will show you how to search for words right here. The very things that I'm doing. All these commands, the and, or, not, followed by, preceded by, if you're interested in that. Opening atlas, amplifying, all of those things. It takes time. Then you move to the next level, intermediate, advanced, and so forth. Okay? Just spend time with it. You have spent a lot of money to invest in the software, and you need to maximize its usage. Otherwise, it will just be rotting. And you even be asking yourself, why did I spend $145? I am not benefiting. Okay?
Hello, Pastor.
Come again?
Hello. Yes, hello, Pastor.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Self again.
Yes.
Yes, Pastor, I'm enjoying the seminar, and I would love to suggest if it's possible within your time to have
more 2 section or more than 2? Because these things are amazing. We need to learn more from you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yes, there are a lot. That's why I want to show you where you can be going to even learn by yourself. Because these people, they teach every week. Even me, you see, for me to know these things, I used to attend those seminars. There's no one who taught me how to use the thing. I just used to attend their presentations, and I have been learning. Up to now, I wouldn't even say I'm an advanced user. Maybe I'm on intermediate. I am on intermediate. So it's just a question of interest and how you want to, maximize on that. So let's do this. Let's quickly go to the website. That will be the last thing that we do if no one has a question on the actual software itself. But let's go to the website so that I show you how to access those particular things. Okay.
Pastor, you didn't ask my question kindly.
I didn't answer your question.
Yes, Pastor.
You were saying that from time to time. Yes, that depends on. Of course, we can spare a little time here and there, but I'm telling you that everything that you want to know is already there. It's there within the software itself, and it's also there on the website. Okay, that's where I'm taking you now.
As long as we have you, it's a privilege. We would love to enjoy it.
So when you go to the accordancebible.com, all right, all of you now have an account, and maybe except one. I saw someone who posted saying they haven't received an email. I think his name is Charles Kavunda. So I'm going to write to Accordance. There were 2 others, but I think they have now received. So all of you have an account, and when you enter or log in, it is going to look like this. Like you can see, this is mine, Isaac Chiokom. Yeah. So when you go to the home page, it will always look like this. Okay. This is like the home page whenever you go there. And when you go there, you will see that they are always running maybe like some promotions and whatever. So those will be like on the first. You see, like now I was talking about the Accordance 14, which they said they are going to release before the end of the year, which you can like pre-order in advance if you are interested. Okay. Then currently there are also, that October is Pastors Appreciation Month. Some of you pastors, you have already been appreciated. So they are also having some promotions where they are having discounts for some things. So if you are interested in checking those out, you can actually check them out. Just see what is there, which they have on promotion. For example, like on this one, let's see. There you are.
Your screen hasn't yet shared.
The screen has, okay, let me redo it.
It was sharing, but Billy, where were you?
I thought so.
No, but it's blank. Yes, it's still loading.
It's still loading.
It's showing
Pastor,
here.
the screen is sharing now.
His internet is slow.
Is it showing?
Yes,
No, not
it is. Yes.
It's your network, Pastor Billy. It's showing.
Okay.
Network.
Okay, you can go ahead. We'll catch up.
All right. So when you go to accordancebible.com, you will see that on the home page, usually that's where they put maybe like if they have some promos, you will see them. And then when you click on one of them, you can see what they are actually having. So like there you are. These are some of the current promotions which they have. The usual price for that is that, but the one they are selling it for this time, and they have an expiry date. Like this one is good up to Independence Day. When is Independence? Next week. Next week on Tuesday. something like that. I don't remember, but it's going up to 24 thing. So the normal price is $649. The sale price is $300 for that one. This other one, the normal price is $599. The current price is $350. Just like that. So they have a lot of these things. If you want, then you can just click on it to see what's that all about. And if you are interested in that, you want that, you check it out. Just like that. Okay. So once you log in your account, then you can select buy now. That is if you have the money to buy that particular thing. Then it will go in your cart. Now, before you exit, remember what I was saying, that since you are from a developing country, you can ask them to give you a developing country's discount. The discount is for 25%, but not on things which are on promotion like these ones, because the promotion is usually more than 25%. So they say that it doesn't apply. But now, like what Pastor Chisala was asking, you are interested in a particular thing, you can look up for anything here. In fact, you can even come here in the store here. See, home store, and you can actually check what is on sale maybe this week. You can actually check the products by categories, so you can click there and check the kinds of resources which they have. So you can check their various categories. This other side, let's say evangelical stuff, Protestant stuff, Reformed stuff, many more categories. So you can go even into the Adventists. They are here. Adventists have also started coming up in this. Where are those? Maybe you want resources on specific Bible books, you can do that. Okay, I wanted to come here to the SDAs. I thought SDA has been incorporated here. Okay. You remember that bundle which I was talking about, the BDAG and Halot is right here. And you can see it's $239 for both. This is the BDAG. These are the Halot. The Halot ones are $5.
Okay.
So, or if you know the particular name of what you want. So, recently I heard of the Message Bible and the Passion Bibles. This is the Message Bible. You are interested in that Bible, you see it's $14.90. You want to buy that translation. It's one of these simple, straightforward translations. So you can see this one is not on promotion. But if you want to buy that, you can actually buy it. You can add it to your cart, but before you check out, you write to those guys by telling them, here on the online chat, do you see where my Kesa is?
Yes.
Yes. You just click there, something will pop up because you have already logged in. Then you tell them to say, hey, I'm interested in that, but you put the subject and your message. I'm interested in the thing which I have added to my cart. Could you kindly add the 25% discount for developing countries? Then they will do that. After that, that's when you go and purchase it. Now, this way you can search for particular products here, product search. Okay, you can go to the store itself or search for a particular thing. The one who was asking about Andrew's Bible, Andrew's Bible commentary. Okay. That spelling is not correct, but it will come, I'm sure. No, it won't come. The commentary spelling is wrong. Commentary there. Andrew's Bible commentary. Looks like my internet has become slow. Okay, there it is. So this is one only. This is the New Testament one, and it's $69.99. There is also an Old Testament one. This is the bundle for both. You see this? Andrew's Bible Commentary, OT and New Testament bundle, $129.99. Basically, 130. There is also this other one. There are a few Adventist products. They don't have a lot of Adventist products. But there is a time when I bought a few Adventist resources after I sold some books myself. These are some of them. The Symposium on DACOM, they have 7 volumes. Daniel and Revelation Committee series. So this one, I own it. Then I also own some Ellen G. White comments. Yeah. You can search for SDA. Let me see, SDA. No, Seventh-day Adventist. I have to complete it. Seventh-day Adventist. Okay. Seventh-day Adventists. Okay, there's even the Andrew University Study Bible Notes. Okay, so that bundle is here. If you want one only, maybe the Old Testament one, the New Testament one only, you can buy either. The one on biblical hermeneutics from the BRI is also here. Oh, this one is $20. Andrews University Study Bible Notes. That one is $30, I think. There. You don't have to buy it for that price. You can get a 25% discount, even that. Let me search for Ellen White comments. I think they have Ellen G. White comments. Ellen G. White, even in the collection. But you don't need to buy that Ellen White collection because this is like the Ellen G. White estate software, which we have already. You can think. Of course, for me, I got it that time because I wanted some comments on Ellen White within the accordance. Okay. If you want to read more about that product, then you can expand there. Then it will tell you what it consists of. All of them are like that. You are interested in a certain book that you have seen somewhere, you can just search for it there. You see if they have it. If you want to see, maybe you are not sure of what is there, you can just go on the store and search category. What do I want? There's a lot that they have. You see, like that NIV Bible is $20, $19.90. Greek grammar, the one we are talking about. No, not this one. Greek Grammar Beyond Basics by Daniel Wallace is $47. Yep. And you can keep going and going and going. There's just too much. A lot of stuff. Okay. Then if you want, okay, so that's that about the things which they have in case you are interested in buying anything. Now I want to check those, what do you call them? Like the seminars, okay? Here, they call them webinars. I used to attend these a lot. These days is just that I'm busy, but I used to attend these a lot. When you come to support here, you see webinars. You click on it, you will see all the webinars. They do webinars every week. Even this week, you can join in a live session like we are doing now for you to learn how to use the software. So there are Western Hemisphere friendly webinars and Eastern Hemisphere friendly webinars. Eastern are usually for the Asia. So these ones, they take place too early in the morning, maybe around 03, 04, somewhere there. But the Western ones are the ones that I attend. So you look like Western, you click on Western. They use a certain application which is called GoTo. They don't use Zoom, but it's easy because I think it's web-based. You can easily, I think, download it. If you want to attend one of those. My internet has become a little slow, but it's opening. So this is where we are going to end for now. You see that? Okay. So we have some upcoming ones. For example, 19th. Today is what? 17th. Yeah. So after tomorrow, there will be a webinar from 3 a.m. That's in the morning, 03 to 04. These are the Eastern Hemisphere. This one is being done from Asia. Search analytics and graphs. So you can attend. You just click there, you enter your email, and you receive a link to your email. When the time comes, you join. Okay? There will be another one on the 21st of October. 21st will be what? Friday. Yeah, Friday from 18 hours to 19 hours. This is Central Africa time. From our end, maximizing accordance for your systematic theology. So if you are interested, you register for that in advance. You get a link on your email. When the time comes, you just click on that particular link. Now see these, all the past ones from the time they started, they are here. You can access them. Sermon preparation in action, someone presented here. These are videos like what we have been doing here, where you can click that, listen to it. 7 strategies for students, part 2. So there are a lot. These are done by that guy, Ryan Marge, the one that we have been in contact with. Others, English searches. You see, like those searches we were doing, maybe like for love, that's an English search. So how you want to search for those, kinds of words. Searching fundamentals in accordance, intermediate searching. This is someone who has at least gotten some basics. Using the research tab, amplifying in accordance. There's a lot. You can even load more here. There is more. Then even mobile, because the mobile presents differently. Like on your phone and on your tablet, it doesn't look like the thing on the laptop. So if you want to see how to maximize using accordance on your phone, you can come here to the mobile section and follow some of these. They usually last like for an hour. Yeah. And then tools and features, all right? Using the text command, user tools, using the research tab, papers, how to organize maybe some paper, using the live click feature, using the text command, then you can even load some more. There's a guy called Abraham KJ. He does some of these translations. He does a little bit of this and that. So you can also follow those. And while you are watching that, you are increasing on your skills for you to learn, all right? What's in a word? Some of these are like word searches like Patmeus. What's in a word? Sabbath? I don't know. Obviously, these guys are not Adventists. I don't know what they were talking about Sabbath there, but it will be interesting to see what's in the word, the Hebrew word, berit. So someone was trying to do some study there, so you can follow along and see how they do it. Hebrew and Greek, they have a section here. If you are interested in searching using Greek or Hebrew, you can follow these presentations here. Overviews of books, how to do overviews of the books of the Bible, you can follow through here. Deep dive with Abraham. He does some of those accordance basics. This is where perhaps you should be starting from. on the basics. You know, so you learn how to customize your settings. Those are the preferences and so forth. Workspaces, this is something also that is quite common. And then visuals, yeah, this is where you get that stuff, like the stuff I was trying to show on the atlas and timeline. You come to visuals this side. So here you can learn more from those guys. All right, sermon and lesson preparation, you can come here and see how some of these guys do their thing from Accordance. Hebrew tools training, the Old Testament guys, like Billy, you might be interested in this particular section to see how they do those things. So there's a lot that you can learn here. You don't even need Pastor Chiokoma. All you need is to get time. Give yourself some time, maybe once a day, depending on how you are busy. Watch these webinars and you will be blessed. You can also go to YouTube and search for Accordance Bible. I think they have a YouTube page. You can also catch up there on some stuff. You know, I am not sure if you are able to see anything here. So, yeah, I think this is it. Hey.